Hi guys, so as I promised I'm going to send you this quick video, maybe not that quick, but it's probably not going to be an hour, of the exercises that we've recently covered to keep your hand in, so while I'm away. So without further ado, come on down and find your place on the mat. So we're bringing ourselves into relaxation position by bringing the inside edges of the feet together, walking them out, bringing the heels out, and making sure then that everything is hip width apart. So ankles, toes, knees, we're all in alignment with the hips. Just feeling into your pelvis, maybe a couple of tuck and tilts here to get yourself into neutral. And as you know, that means these three bones, hip bones, pubic bone, are parallel to each other in the ceiling. And then just think about releasing off around the chest, allowing the shoulder blades to grow heavy. Maybe walking them together behind, turning the palms up to face the ceiling. Feeling into the length of your spine. If you need something behind your head to do this, so maybe a little rolled up towel or even a paperback book, we want the forehead and the chin to be parallel to each other as well, parallel to the ceiling, and it's comfortable. You're not feeling that this is a forced position. We want to be able to breathe thoroughly and feel relaxed in relaxation position before we get the work going. And so that's exactly what we're going to do now. Just start to take those deep breaths all the way down to the belly. And as you exhale here, allowing your pelvis to grow really heavy. Just let it melt into the floor. We're not moving it, we're just letting it sink down. Relax around the thighs, the backs of the thighs, the calf muscles, the feet, the bum cheeks. And then when you're ready, we're finding that next inhalation all the way down into the abdomen. And this exhalation, allow the rib cage to just narrow down, the shoulder blades to sink into the floor. Feel the weight of your upper body, the weight of your arms. And then again, a breath in through the nose. Maybe an exhale through your open mouth here as you relax your head. It's one of the hardest places to relax, inside and outside. Let it go. Feel its weight on the floor. Imagine your facial muscles are just draping over the bones beneath. And then feel into that last deep abdominal breath, allowing the body to really settle. And now we're going to engage the core. So on your next natural exhalation, we're going to engage core muscles from the pelvic floor. So drawing pubic bone towards the tailbone, drawing the sides of the pelvis gently together, and then that light drawing up of the pelvic floor that's going to hollow these abdominals back. We're not thinking about navel to spine, we're thinking about pelvic floor drawing up, and then feeling that something has changed here. There's some firmness that wasn't there before. So play around with it, find that core connection. We're looking for about 30%. We're still in our neutral curve. And then from there, guys, we're going to bring the hands up to the ribs and concentrating on this wide thoracic breath. We've been concentrating on the breathing in this last course. So the core muscles stay on now. Now we're thinking about a widthwise breath into the rib cage. So on the inhalation, feel your ribs spread into your hands. On your exhalation, just allowing that rib cage to close and narrow towards the waist. Feeling into it. The heels of the palms are around the side of the ribs. And the index finger, just, if you're a lady, it's just below your bra strap. Just kind of touching onto that. And any guys who are joining us, I'm pretty sure you know where that is at this stage. So feeling this widthways expansion and then this narrowing down, and all the time your abdomen is now still because we've got these core muscles on, which is going to stop the diaphragm dropping quite so low in the body. We don't want to breathe through the upper chest for this. We want to be breathing still low into the rib cage, so really feel into it, connect with your breath. And remember, in Pilates, you're not thinking, when do I breathe? You're thinking, on which part of the breath do I move? So when you're ready, your core is on, and on your next exhalation, just gently roll the head to one side. Your aim is to finish the movement as you finish the breath. As you inhale, it's like the in-breath is drawing the head to centre. And then the exhale, just let it roll in the opposite direction. Relax the collarbones, relax the shoulders, feel your ribs moving. The inhale draws you to centre. And the exhale, that heavy, relaxed head, just roll into one side and match your breath. Inhale, centre, check your core. Are you gripping with the backs of the thighs? If you start to switch on the toes and grip down there, stay relaxed through the lower body. Let's just do one more to each side. Nice and soft through the jaw. Good, guys. And once you're back at centre and you've really connected with that breath, we're going to bring the hands off the ribs now. We're going to take that next wide breath in. Whenever you're ready, on your exhale, float the arms up above the chest. You're going to take your next wide breath in whenever you're ready. Remember, you're working in time to your own breath. This time as you exhale, feel what you were just feeling. The rib cage is narrowing as both those arms come back. Now, they may or may not reach the floor. What we don't want to do to get this is flare the rib cage or, heaven forbid, arch the back. Your core is on. The rib cage is closed. On your inhale, we're simply floating the arms back over the chest, and on the exhale, rib cage closes as the arms float back. This is a fundamental breathing exercise for Pilates because it's so important that we get the ribs to move. Inhale, ribs open. Arms float back. Exhale, arms float behind, ribs close. If you want to, you can blow out like you're blowing out a candle, stuttering a candle flame through pursed lips. Close those ribs. Inhale brings you back. Exhale, let it go again. Inhale brings you back. Let's just do one more. Exhale. Inhale brings you back. And I'm going to change it slightly, going to shoulder drop, and just start to engage this muscle here around the side and stretch between the shoulder blades. So next time, core muscles on your inhale, you're going to reach now for the ceiling. And the arm stays fairly straight, the softness at the elbow. I'm not trying to get my shoulder up to my ear and go as high as I can. I'm drawing my shoulder blade around the side of the body. Exhale, just let it go and thunk into the floor. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to reach. Making sure, of course, that you're not pressing through the feet to stabilise your pelvis. Your pelvis is not moving. Your rib cage is not moving. You are simply moving your shoulder blade around the side of the body with the breath. And then just letting it go. It's a thunk. Let's just do one more on each side. Try and keep the chin down. Feel mine lifting there. Nice and soft through the jaw. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thunk it down, and take that breath in, and then exhale, float both those arms down to the floor and turn the palms up to face the ceiling. We're going to do the exercise up in 5. So if you've got anything behind the head, do take it out now. The chin stays down as we take that next breath in, check core, and now hollow the abdominals, navel hard towards the spine. You're going to feel the impetus to move the pelvis when you do this, and let that happen. Roll the pelvis back, pushing the lower back into the floor. We're going to breathe in, hold it here, it's controlled by the abs. Exhale, uncurl, back to the neutral position. Taking that wide breath in, chin stays down as you exhale this time, rolling it back, squeezing the belly. And now just start to squeeze your bum cheeks and peel the pelvis away from the floor. It's just the pelvis. Relax the chest and collarbones, taking your wide breath in. On your exhalation, uncurl, back to neutral. Taking that next wide breath in, exhale, core muscles, abdominal muscles, bum cheeks. This time we're peeling up the bottom 2 lumbar vertebrae as well. Start to check that your knees aren't waving to the outside. On your exhale, vertebrae, pelvis, neutral. Wide breath in, guys. Exhale, this time the whole of the lumbar spine. So core, abdominals, roll it back, squeeze the bum cheeks and come up to the bottom of your rib cage. This is about the tuck, remember, like a whippet that's just been told off. On your exhale, bone by bone. So you're still thinking about your breath. I'm telling you, of course, when I'm breathing, but you're working to your own breath, as you now know. So whenever you're ready, you've taken your wide breath in, feel your ribs moving, this time up to the top, if that's comfortable for you. Remember, you can hold and repeat any stage of this exercise. If things feel stiff, pause the video, take your time, roll through the spine. We're looking for spinal mobility here. This time I'm up to the bottom of my shoulder blades. This is as high as I go in spinal curl. And then on the exhale, once again, I'm coming down and I'm starting to think about length now. trying to ease the bones of the spine away from each other. We've got 33 bones that make up the spinal column, and then we want them to free flow, we want them to move as individuals. So abdominal muscles, feel the core all the way through this exercise. We're not switching the core off. And then we're working the six-pack. Remember, by hollowing the navel towards the spine, that's the muscle that engages when you do that. Pelvic floor is going to assist us to get the deep core, the transverse abdominis on. And we're coming down bone by bone, we're relaxing the chest, relaxing the shoulders, the back of the neck stays long, chin down, but without force, you know. We're looking to lengthen not just the spine itself and the muscles that surround it, but actually what they call the fascia, the bag around the spinal cord, actually comes all the way up and surrounds the brain, the meninges, that we only hear of in illnesses like meningitis, really, but it's the bag around the brain. You know, you get that tension headache and it feels like your head is in a vice. Sometimes it's the tension in the neck, and it's actually where this bag kind of goes into the neck. It's like it's tightened up, and it is like a vice around the brain. So, you know, these exercises are really important to stretch, to lengthen, to mobilise these tissues. So hopefully you're still coming with me. You start to feel the glutes as I am coming online now. Still lengthening through the thighs, making sure that the knees aren't dropping away from each other. Starting to think about reaching my knees now for the opposite wall as well as reaching the tailbone towards the heels. So we're going to do 4 more with the option of the arms. So rolling it back, what's happening with the feet? Am I rolling onto my outside edges? That would tend to mean that the knees are coming apart, so be really aware. On your inhale, allow the ribcage to open as you float the arms back. So we did this a moment ago. And then on your exhale, keep the arms there as you reach that tailbone towards the heels. Lengthen through the knees, reach away. You're still trying to come down bone by bone here. So if that makes it feel like your spine's coming down in clunks, leave the arms out of the equation. The inhale brings the arms back beside you, palms up, and then the exhale moves the spine. So now we've got a movement on each aspect of the breath. You're always moving the spine on the exhale with spinal curl. You're always moving the arms on the inhale. So that means they have to stay on the floor or wherever they've got to behind you as you bring the spine down, because you can't move them both simultaneously, because you can't breathe in and breathe out simultaneously. So take your time with the movement. Become familiar with that breathing pattern. Inhale, ribs widen, arms come down. 2 more, guys. Exhale, roll. Squeeze the belly. Squeeze those bum cheeks. Feel the power and the strength there. Inhale, arms float back, they're wide, the elbows are soft. Exhale, reach, really reach these last 2. Reaching the tailbone towards the heels, reaching the knees towards that wall. Keeping everything in alignment. The chin, remember, is staying down. The core is on all the way through. And as always, the last one is the best one. So hopefully you're really feeling that increase in mobility now. What felt clunky maybe at the start now feels like a smooth, flowing, extended and lengthened spine. Good, guys. And now we're going to float those hands down and we're going to bring them onto the pelvis. We're going to do pelvic stability. So the exercise, we're going to just kick off with leg slide, nice and simple. Then we're going to take it into first level dead bug. So core muscles are on. This is about keeping your pelvis still and centered, remember, not how far you can send the leg. So really feel into your abs, and then on your exhale, deep core, pelvic floor, on your exhalation, this foot is balanced on a lemon meringue pie, my left leg on a lemon meringue pie. I'm not pushing through it as I exhale and send my right leg away. Now, just depending on what's happening in my thigh and hip flexor, I might get all the way out. I've already been trained this day, so that's fine for me. But you might find that as you get all the way out, your pelvis tips forward this way. If that's the case, go with your pelvis. Keeping the pelvis neutral is key, keeping the other foot light on the floor. So I can feel the strength of my abdominals here. And then on my inhale, it's like I'm sucking the leg in with that breath. No pressure through the other foot as I exhale, slide this leg away. No pressure now in this foot. Close the ribs, close the ribs, close the ribs. Inhale, draw it in. Use the abdominal muscles, the deep hip flexor muscles. Exhale to go again. Let's do 1 more on each side on this level. So you've really got a grip on what's happening with, the grip's not the right word to use in Pilates, but a cognitive awareness of what's happening with your pelvis. You're really aware that that tailbone is not getting heavier on the floor as the leg comes away. So feel into it. Feel with the hands, but also feel what's happening where the pelvis connects to the floor behind you. relax the chest, relax the collarbones, relax the jaw. And if that is easy and you can keep the pelvis neutral, let's add the arms. So this one, we're going to exhale, same side arm and leg go in the same direction, and the other arm comes back. This is dead bug. Close those ribs down. The inhale, everything come into centre. The exhale, change sides. And we're aiming to coordinate the limbs, and we're aiming to coordinate everything to the breath. We're simultaneously keeping the core super, super strong. So I can feel my pelvic floor is working here. Feel my breath coming in and out of my ribs. It's quite hard to do that and talk, to be honest with you, but you get the gist. There's no pressure in the non-moving limb, and remember, in dead bug there is always a non-moving limb. Whichever level you're at, there's always a stationary leg. It's not changing over with my other leg doing this kind of thing. It's staying there. It's not helping me come back, but it's there. So I'm aware of what's going on with my whole of my body the whole of the time. Let's do this one and one more on each side. Nice long back of the neck. How relaxed can you be around the jaw, around your forehead, as you focus your attention and awareness on what's happening through your whole body. Good, guys, and back to centre, and we're going to take it into, let's go straight into knee fold, please. So, core is on. Don't need to hopefully readjust your pelvis because you're still in neutral, that didn't change. I'm going to bring my hands up to the pelvis. We're going to go into knee fold. So core muscles are strongly connected here. Really feel that pelvic floor drawing up. And then on your exhalation, hand on the belly, maybe one on the ribs. On an exhale, remember you're closing the ribs down as you peel a heel, and then the toe, and then the whole leg up from the floor. Now this is very easy, as you know. If I push through my other foot, it is super, super light. I'm going to take my wide breath in, feel that rib cage expand, but not the belly. And then as I exhale, even lighter through the opposite foot. As I float this leg down, toe, heel. It's like I'm putting it down a gram at a time on a set of bathroom scales. Wide breath in. Exhale, peel, heel, toe. Lifting that leg. So on this one, the pelvis is going to want to drop to the side, or maybe, again, tip forward this way if things are a bit tight. This is not about your leg. This is not Pilates at all. This is just me moving my legs, really. This is about your core. This is about what's going on with your pelvis, remember. So exhale, float, heel. How stable and strong can I be in the centre of my body? How little can I rely on compensation, on my other leg working? How much can I close my ribs as I move? On this exercise, the way we're doing it today, we're only moving the leg on an exhalation, so feel the wide breath in. Exhale, float the leg. Now, if you've got this in spades, you can feel that that belly is super flat. Be sensitive through your fingertips. We'll change it up to doubles. So double knee fold. So it's that wide breath in to prepare. Feel your pelvis. Feel what's going on with your belly as you exhale, float the heel, the toe. Wide breath in. The belly doesn't move. As you exhale, float that second leg up. This is when it's likely to dome. As you start to lift that second leg, don't let it, guys. If it domes, bring it down a level. Come maybe just to a heel lift on the second leg if you're between the two. First leg floats down on an exhale. Wide breath in, exhale, second leg down. This now becomes the lead leg. Taking that wide breath in, hand on the belly, exhale, float. Wide breath in. Exhale, no movement of the pelvis, no doming of the belly as you float that second leg up beside it. Wide breath in. Exhale, float it down. Feel the core working, really feel it. This is fundamental, as you know, if you've been training with me. This is fundamental to Pilates, getting double knee fold right. All of the earlier exercises, but getting this one right, everything comes from this. This is why people go to Pilates sometimes and they say, Pilates, I can't do it, it hurts my back. It's because this level was never addressed. You can do all the fancy, the beautiful, lovely exercise of Pilates and make them look good, but they're not good if the core's not engaged. They're not good for your body. We would need to get this girdle of strength. This is what it's all about. So really focus on your knee folds. Get this exercise and you fly the rest, as you know. Wide breath in. Let's just do one more. Make sure the rib cage is closing, remember. And and float it on down. Well done, guys. Excellent work. So from there, let's go into the ones that make those upper abdominals hurt, because they're the ones that people quite like to do, because we want to feel the six-pack work in this one. I know you guys have been trying to be feeling it now. If you're just looking at this video and having a go, you want to feel it here, but it's not like a burn. It's a sensation. Oh, I can feel something's going on here, powerful, that's stabilising my pelvis. That's what you're looking for. It's not about the movement. So guys, we're going to go into abdominal curl now. We're going to bring the hands behind the head, settle that pelvis, make sure you're in neutral, maybe have a tuck and a tilt, and just make sure that you're in the right position as the hands come round. Now draw your shoulders down in your back, your index finger just below that little knobble at the back of the head. We're resting the head in the hands as we exhale, forget we've even got a head, and start to peel the upper back off the floor. So I'm navel to spine in with the idea of allowing my upper body to lift and my pelvis to stay still. And I'm going to come as high as I can without just collapsing my lower back into the floor, so high. But that doesn't mean my chin's on my chest, because there's no need to change that relationship. We're going to take a breath in. And we're going to exhale. Let's pulse, guys. Let's pulse. So we're going to pull navel to spine hard 3 times. Pull it in. Navel to spine 2, 3. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, let's lengthen it down. So you don't have to. You can simply hold at the top for your inhale, or you could come up on the exhale, down on the inhale. It's up to you. Let's go again. Exhale. Rest the head. I'm going to show you how it's done badly in a moment. I'm just going to do this one. Shoulders away from the ears, taking that breath. Exhale, navel to spine hard. Pull it in. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, hold, squeeze. Exhale, find your length as you come down, reaching out through the crown of the head. Now, done badly, ab curl looks like this. But this is me lifting my head with my arms from the floor. My belly's not doing anything. It's just wobbling around there, somewhere below my chest, and it's not doing anything. Other things, the shoulders come up around the ears, the elbows start to fold in. We're making a platform here. We're making a sling to rest the head in. And then the head is weighty. We're using it as the weight to work the abdominals against. So my chin doesn't need to come to my chest. There's a right peach distance between chin and chest. The shoulders are down. I'm deciding the fulcrum is here. It's just below my breastbone, solar plexus there. That's where I'm kind of lifting from. Low back stays in neutral. Breathe in, hold, squeeze, pulse in. 1, 2, 3. Keep it going, guys. We've got, well, let's do 5 more. Because you guys got an extra 1 or 2 in there. Starting to feel the length now as you come down. Reach, reach, reach. For the length of the spine, and then reach, reach, reach on the way down. Lengthen crown of the head towards the end of the mat. Feel where you're coming from. Feel those abdominals kicking in. Navel to spine. That's what this muscle does, you know. It flattens everything and it draws the upper body towards the lower body. That's the 6-pack. It's not the core. Just check that your core muscles are still connected. You can still feel that pelvic floor is drawing up. And a good way to check is when you get to the top of your next ab curl, or chest curl, which I think is a more appropriate way to call it, because you're curling your chest from the floor. Have a look at your belly. Is it popping up to meet you? And as I like to say, there may be some washing on the washboard, but the washboard is there underneath it, so we want those abs to be flattening, and we're doing that by drawing up that pelvic floor, remember. I've completely lost count. Let's do 2 more. Shoulders down, head is starting to feel heavy, heavy, heavy in the hands, so I'm working my shoulder muscles as well to lift the head, or to support the head, I should say. Squeeze. This one is, of course, going to be my best one, and it's going to be even better because I'm going to hold it and go straight into the 100. Yippee! So, exhale, roll it on up. I'm going to hold it here, I'm going to take my breath, I'm going to exhale, pulse, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm just going to hold, and I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to hold it here for 10 breaths. Now, if you're thinking, do you know, I've got a little bit more in me today, Louise, because I've been doing this every day now, you could lift a leg into a knee fold, and you could hold here, and you'd be here for 5 of your natural breaths. But you don't have to. You can keep those feet down on the floor. Remember, at no point are you going to pull the chin onto the chest. Your head is resting in your hands. Where you should be burning is just below your ribcage, just below your breastbone. Shoulders drawing down. Feel the work of the middle of your back, keeping the shoulders away. Shaking is good. Shaking is our friend. Unless we're stretching and then shaking is not good, but in this type of exercise, it's fine. This is hard for the body because we're asking the muscles to work for a consistent period of time. And when you've completed your 5 breaths, keep that upper body lifted. If you have one leg up, float it down, float the other side up, look at your pelvis, make sure nothing changes there, and we're here for 5 breaths. Breathing in for a slow count of 5, resting the head in the hands, breathing out for a slow count of 5. Shaking is good, just telling myself, hear my belly rumbling. And then when you're ready, guys, after those 5, feel those abs burn, float the leg on down, take your next breath, and exhale, and gladly come on down to the floor. And then we're going to stretch it out. So just lengthen in here, lengthen those legs away, reach the arms away, and maybe allowing the pelvis just to come out of neutral now. I'm kind of opening my lower back up a little bit to get a better stretch through the abs. Well done, guys. Breathing, 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 just lengthening. Oh, so nice. In a slightly painful way, of course. Good, guys. And then from there, we're going to go into, let's do some back body exercise, actually. So we'll come over. Let's do roll up, because I know you guys love that. So we're going to grab the band and bring the band around the base of the feet. Now, some of you have now got roll up with the arms back. So if you want to do roll up with the arms back, we bring the arms back over the head. We're going to take a wide breath in. Pelvis is neutral. Flattening the feet. We're going to take a wide breath in. Shoulders down. And then on the exhale, the arms cross the eyes. And that's the signal to start lifting the head. Tuck the chin. Squeeze the belly. Don't let those arms pop. We're using the 6-pack muscles to start to lift. We're going to come into this position here, flexing the feet. Now this might already be quite difficult, and if it is, you bend the knees and then straighten them to feel the stretch, bend and straighten. If this feels easy, we're going to lift and lengthen and exhale, start to tip forward. We're tipping forward, we're tucking the chin, we're not trying to reach for the toes, we're just lengthening. Maybe rest your hands by your knees to prevent yourself from doing that. Reach through the crown, breathe into it, lengthen, and then exhale, we're going to come up. We're going to take that breath, we're going to exhale, tuck the tailbone and roll it down. However, if that felt super, super tough and you're just like, this woman is having a laugh, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that, grab your band, bring it around your base of your foot. The way to get roll up cracked is on the way down. So rolling down will help you to roll up. So fix with your abdominal muscles here, shoulders are down. If you've got any issues with the discs, sorry guys, this is not the exercise for you. You'd want to be maybe doing some more knee folds, maybe doing some ab curls instead of this one, maybe with a little crossover as we did last time, but we don't want to be rolling up if there's a disc problem there. So we're tucking the tailbone. We don't want to flex back like row the boat. Tuck the tailbone. I'm just showing you my spine. Your arms wouldn't normally be in that position. And roll back and try and put one vertebrae at a time down on the mat. Look at your abs. Are they flat or are they doming up to meet you? Find your length, take your breath, exhale, nod your head first, tuck that chin, squeeze the belly, and you can use the band a little bit to help you up this time, but the belly stays flat, it stays engaged. Let's come up to the top, lift, lengthen, take that breath, and exhale, rolling forward. Maybe bending and straightening the knees. It just depends where you are, you know. Remember, Pilates is about you. Breathe into this. Exhale, Pilates is about you and your body. It is not about keeping up with yourself last week or anybody else in the class or me. It's definitely not. It's about my Pilates is different every single day. Sometimes I'm feeling really like, oh yeah, I can do all the full level exercises, and sometimes, quite often, I don't feel like that at all. So I might bring it back to toe tap, knee fold, those type of exercises. Let's do one more. Take that breath, exhale, tuck, roll, wheel. It's about getting the exercise right. It is not about how hard it looks like you're working, because to get the exercise right is working hard. The core is on, the 6-pack is working rather than just this kind of clean and jerk motion. Take that breath, exhale, let's roll over the legs if that feels appropriate for you. And it's really important in the stretches, you know, we don't want any shaking in the stretches. That's the muscles trying to shorten rather than lengthen, and the body will win. The body will win. Well done, guys. Once you've completed, let us come on over, shall we? And let's do, what do we actually have in the book here? We have, let's do press-ups. We'll do the 4-point kneeling ones, and then we'll come down and do the back exercises. So we're going to stay aware of the time now, because I'm packing for my holidays. So we're going to come into 4-point in position. I know some of you guys this is not appropriate for. You could do press backs against the wall for the triceps, and you know the exercise. Remember, if you're doing push back against the wall, can you be able to see from here? I think maybe just about, so I disappear into my mural. I kind of don't want to adjust the phone because it took me so long. If you're doing push back against the wall, you've got the pelvis off the wall. You're not like this. You're leaning on a diag. Can't really do it without a wall. You lean on a diagonal line, don't let the belly poke forward, but you're leaning, your weight is in your heels, your feet are maybe a foot from the wall here. You've rolled the collarbones open. The back of my head, for a lot of people, the back of the head will be against the wall and the shoulders, but not the pelvis and not the spine. And then the palms are on the wall. Keep the collarbones open and push. And we're going to inhale, keep pushing. And we're going to exhale, gently release. And that is it. But it's super hard. It really is hard. You will feel those triceps working. Making sure on that one, you don't pop the shoulder forward this way. The shoulders stay open as you push back. Good guys. Otherwise, you've got press-ups, and you know them. So we're going to do tricep press-ups or chest press-ups, and entirely up to you today. Tricep press-up, the elbows come back towards the sides of my t-shirt. Chest press-ups, the elbows come out this way. That's the difference between the two. So it's up to you guys. Choose your positioning. Remember, in a box position, I'm going to start. We're going to go for 10. Shoulders draw away from each other. The chin is tucked in. We're going to inhale, making sure that the body comes forward. Remember, this is not a press-up. This is something I can do without using my arms at all. Look, that's no good. You've got to get that body weight forward. Making sure that the wrists feel good, otherwise use the wall. So yeah, inhale, bringing the body down, forehead first. Exhale up, or you may be in three-quarter position or even full position here. It's entirely up to you. It's just three-quarter for me. So inhale, shoulders draw away from each other. The core muscles stay on so that you're not going all kind of saggy in the middle. We don't want to press up to start to look like this. So keep those core muscles on. Keep the tailbone down. Exhale, push it up. Keep them going, guys. I'm going to do maybe 3 more just to make sure you haven't left me behind. If you start a press up here, maybe you've done 2 sets now when I was doing the wall demos. Good, guys. And then when you've completed, and just coming down to go as quickly as that, was trying to kind of catch you up. Just going to come back into child position for a moment. If it's comfortable, you can come onto the back, hug the knees to the chest, just give yourself a moment here. And you know what this means? If we're doing some breathing and we're relaxing in child, and you're like, oh, this is nice. Problem is we're going to do something hard. Of course we are. We're going to do plank, guys. Now I'm wondering how I'm going to time this plank because my phone is recording me. I've no idea actually, so what I'm going to do is count in my head. Which problem is it's going to be a 10-second plank, to be fair, since I'm doing it. No, it's going to be a 1-minute plank-ish. So guys, find your setup. If you actually have a phone with you that you can use at the moment, maybe grab that and put it underneath just so that you're checking the time. Okay, so we're going to come on down. Remember, plank, you can do pelvic clock instead, which you know if you've been training with me. You can do plank on your knees this way here. You can do high plank, it's fine. You can do, this plank is the hardest one. What you need to be in position in plank is you're not allowing your chin to poke out between, because think about what it's like when you stand up, that you're not allowing the pelvis either to sag or this. This is not plank. You could hold this for hours. You have to get horizontal. Okay guys, so when you're ready, shoulder blades drawn away from each other, nice broad upper back, take your breath, exhale, plank it out. Find that length through the crown. And just keep breathing. You're hollowing away from those imaginary candles underneath you. So there's a candle lit underneath your belly. There's a candle lit underneath each thigh. There's a candle lit underneath your breastbone and under your forehead too. Just tuck your chin in, keep lengthening through the crown. How broad can you be through that upper back? And in this type of exercise, shaking is fine. Breathing, keep lengthening. Remember, the knees can come down. You don't want to feel this in your lower back or your neck. You want to be feeling, oh, I feel strong. I feel my abdominal muscles working. I can feel the length of my spine. I feel my shoulder blades drawing away from each other. I'd say that's probably 30 seconds. Keep breathing, find that length. Last 10, do you reckon? Maybe. Feel those abs drawing up. Good, guys. And let's bring it on down. Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it? Oh, I enjoyed it. I'm sure just as much as you did. Mine got a bit pink. Let's come on back. Stretch it out. Oh, it feels so nice when it's over. It's such a good core exercise. But again, like all Pilates, it's only a good exercise if you do it right, you know. So you really want to feel those abs hollowing. You want to feel the strength around your shoulders. Not that you're kind of falling between them. They will be an indicator that you need to stop, just back off, build up to it slowly. You don't have to do a minute's plank, you know. It's about perfect technique, as you know. So just breathe in here. Relax. Just let the body go, let it melt into the floor. Good, guys. And then let's come on down and we'll do some work on the back before we go on our merry way. So before we do, let's do the exercise puppy dog, because it's just so good for the stretching out the thoracic spine, the upper back. So we're just going to melt the breastbone down towards the floor. Having the hands out long, just allowing the body to melt. Lifting the tailbone up, just breathe in here, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Relaxing. And it's heart to earth pose in yoga, of course. And that's what we're thinking. It's not about getting your head down, doesn't matter where the head is in connection to the floor. What we're thinking about more is lengthening the tailbone away and just allowing the chest and the shoulders to melt. If you're only feeling this in the tops of the arms, just bring the arms out a little bit wider. Keep reaching the tailbone back. You're not looking to bring the bottom to the heels. It's not like child position. It's an upper back stretch that you're probably going to feel in the front of your body. Just working with that exhale. And then when you're ready, guys, when things start to feel released, we're going to come on down and let's do glutes and upper back. So we're going to go with the exercise, the dart, because it is just so nice. Just keep peering at my notes. But yeah, well, let's do the dart next. So we're going to come on down, and again, core muscles are engaged. We're thinking about now the belly. There's a drawing pin underneath the belly, and when we pull up that pelvic floor, you can feel that the belly lessens its pressure on the floor. That is the deep core muscles working. So core on, we're finding the length, legs are hip width apart, and then on the exhalation, we're opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back, sliding the hands down the thighs but not holding on, and then hollowing the breastbone. So rather than just lifting the upper body like this, which you're just going to use my lower back, I'm actively hollowing my abs and then my breastbone from the floor. It's a very different feeling. This is going to work the long muscles either side of the spine. Keep the collarbones open, take that breath, and then exhale and start to lengthen. Lengthen your way down. You've got 10 of these, please, guys. Taking that breath in, exhale, open the collarbones, open the chest, core, breastbone lifts. Breathing in, holding it. Remember, you're not looking for height here. You're looking for length. Exhale, reach your way down. No. Taking that next breath and exhale, away you go. Reach with the arms. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Nice and soft on the floor, underneath the belly. So feeling about drawing that navel, remember. Up and away from that imaginary drawing pin. Keep reaching, lengthening down. So the dart is not so much about the upward motion. You don't even need an upward motion. If your lower back was quite sore, you would think about lessening the pressure underneath the front of your body on the floor rather than actually actively lifting. You're going to feel your triceps as well. The backs of the arms are working in this. Keep the collarbones open. Try not to let the chest just collapse. Find your length as you come down. Good, guys. Keep them going. I think we've got this one and 5 more. And these back exercises are really important. These are the postural muscles that we're working here, the ones that hold us upright against gravity ever since we first learned to stand and to walk. And as some of you guys know, I had a grandchild, my first grandchild born recently, and when I was with him, the last time I was with him, he's in the UK, but he was basically doing the dart and the swan dive as he lifted his upper body up and started to strengthen his back, getting ready for walking, getting ready for standing up. So babies know about Pilates instinctively. Our bodies know what to do, and then of course, because of all the things we've done over the course of our lives, they start to lose that innate knowledge. And Pilates is about reconnecting with your body and finding that knowledge again. And what's happening to the shoulders? Are they starting to collapse forward, or can you still feel that your shoulder blades are gliding down? Your collarbones are wide open here, wide open. Feel the backs of the arms working and keep going anyway. I've lost count. I always lose count when I'm talking and exercising. Let's do 2 more. Use your breath. Find your length.
Remember, this is about the reach, about the lightness of your breastbone and your abs, and about the reach through the crown of the head as you come down. You shouldn't be feeling the lower back. If you are, of course, stay down. Maybe squeeze your bum cheek. Stay down on the floor with the body. Reach, reach, reach on your way down. Oh, how it's delicious. And then we're going to go for flutter kicks. And we probably will call it a day just because I've got packing to do and everything. So let's go flutter kicks, guys. We're going to bring the head onto the hands here. The shoulders are drawing down into the back and the legs are nice and long. Now this exercise, we're not going to come all the way up here. We don't need to come all the way up here. It's about engaging your bum cheek. Remember, this is not about the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs. So to do flutter kicks badly, I could let my shoulders pop up. I could allow my pelvis to move side to side as I'm doing them. Or I could just not bother engaging my bum cheeks at all and just bend my knee and lift from the back of the thigh. I'm not going to do any of those things, of course. I'm going to glide my shoulders down. I'm going to hollow the navel towards the spine by, put my core muscles on, I should say, feel the navel hollow towards the spine by engaging my pelvic floor. And then exhale, reach from my bum cheek, the leg lifts. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, opposite side, reach from the bum cheek. So straight leg, it's not a high leg. Squeeze the bum cheek and reach that leg away. Exhale, reach. Shoulders down. Inhale down. Exhale, reach. What's happening with your belly? What's happening with your pelvis? Is it rocking side to side? We want that pelvis to stay absolutely still because of your strong core muscles. Feel your pelvic floor. Feel the belly hollowing away from the floor because those pelvic floor muscles are on. Nice long leg, it's not about height. Try and keep the back of the knee straight. Reach from the hip. What's happening to your shoulders? Glide them down. Reach. Keep it going, guys. You should be feeling bum cheeks. Bum cheeks, bum cheeks are active here. Exhale, reach. Lengthen. Inhale down. Can you get the shoulders away from the ears anymore? Exhale. Reach. Can you lighten your belly on the floor anymore? Exhale, reach. Let's do 2 more each side. Good, guys. And once you've completed, well done, guys. Come on back. Stretch those glutes out. Just bring in the pelvis back towards the heels. Remember, again, you can come onto your back and hug the knees to the chest instead on this one. If this is uncomfortable, never want to be uncomfortable in a stretch, in a rest position. You want to be somewhere that we completely switch off and let go. Just breathing into the back body again. Stretching out those bum cheeks, just letting your body melt down into the floor. Well done, guys. And then from there, we're going to roll it on up. And we're just going to do some stretches to finish. Come on down, do some stretches. So we're going to stretch out. We'll do the kneeling hip flexor stretch actually as well, because it's really good for some of you guys a bit tight in that area. Let's do the glutes first. So we're going to, when you're ready, guys, we're going to float one leg up. We're going to turn it out from the hip, and we're just going to place the ankle on the opposite thigh and now push this knee away. Now what can go wrong here is shortening of the waist on this side, or this, drawing everything up towards us. You're going to feel your bum cheek stretch, but it's not the muscles that we're actually after. We're after the really deep one, piriformis, that the sciatic nerve either runs under or in some people it runs through it. So this is the one that we want to hit. So to do that, we're staying neutral. We're pushing this top knee away. And then if you feel nothing, definitely lift the heel of the supporting leg, or maybe lift the whole of the supporting leg, but you're trying to keep this knee pushed away. Keep your pelvis in a neutral position. Relax your jaw, relax your collarbones, breathe into it. Don't have to have that leg up high, you know. Be where you feel the stretch. That's the important thing. Maybe have a little neck release here. I just can't stress it enough that Pilates is a very personal journey. Some people find certain things easy. Other people find other things easy. Sometimes everything feels hard some days. So it's really listening to your body. That is the beauty of Pilates. For me, that's what, please change when things feel released. The beauty of Pilates, what sets it apart from other exercise systems, is it reconnects you to your body. And I love yoga and I love Qigong as well, and they're fantastic. Meditative, I find, and lengthening and mobilising. But for me, it's only Pilates that really gives me this level. Okay, so I'm breathing, so I must be doing such and such. Okay, is my core on? What about my shoulder core? Where am I moving from? What am I instructing my body to do? It's very precise, and it gives you that time with yourself, with your body, which is you, an extension of you. That's why, as I'm always saying in class, I know, it's such a redundant thing to hate your body. You think, I hate this about myself, I hate that about myself. Because it is you, and you're beautiful, exactly as you are, with or without Pilates, that's the case. Excellent work, guys. We've stretched those glutes. We've stretched the hamstrings with the roll up, roll forward. Let's stretch the hip flexors now, and then we're going to go. So we're going to come up to kneeling. Now there is another one if you can't kneel. I'll quickly show you that actually. If you can't kneel for whatever reason, this one will stretch your hip flexors. You can hold in the back, you can hold under the knee, roll the pelvis back, push the lower back into the floor, and lengthen this leg away. And pointing the toe will increase the stretch. However, if you can get up, love to kneel, then do have something padded. This wood floor is no good, so I'm going to put a crease in my mat. If you want a nice soft carpet, you're probably fine, but you can use a cushion as well. So making sure you've got padding underneath the knee. Then we're going to step this leg forward. Come nice and wide so you're supported. So the ankle is in front of the knee, but what I'm not going to do is this. This is not going to stretch my hip flexors because I'm bringing my hip out of alignment. So what I'm going to do is this. Squeeze my bum, tuck my tailbone, and immediately in the back leg you should feel it in the front of the thigh, top of the thigh, and into the pelvis on that back leg. As you drive that tailbone underneath, you squeeze your bum, drive it under. You may need a little bit of forward motion through the torso, but for most people it's minimal once you get it right. And then we're lifting, we're lengthening, tucking in the chin, reaching through the crown. And mine going off already, as I say, I've already trained this morning. So when it goes off for you, maybe turn towards the front leg. Place the hand on the outside of the knee and just start to turn your shoulders. Find this rotation here. This is going to get a slightly different hip flexor on the outside. And breathe into it, keep the chin in, lengthen, lengthen. And then release. Let's come on back to centre and change sides. So again, come wide for your balance. Find your balance. Lift up and lengthen. Your core muscles are on. And then simply squeeze your bum, tuck your tailbone. Here's that stretch, here's that stretch. Lift up through the breastbone, lift and lengthen. One of the hip flexors actually comes right up to the diaphragm, comes right up and the kind of fibres kind of meld with the diaphragm here. So if you're in this position, you're not going to get it. So lift up and lengthen, you're not leaning back, but you can feel everything here. Breathe in, relaxing, chin is in. And then again, mine gone off, so take your time with it, guys, but when you're ready, hand on the outside of the opposite knee and just rotating, keeping your lift. Keep that squeeze of the bum cheek. Oh, that's lovely. Breathing into it, and it should literally feel lovely, not like, oh, it's painful, I just want to back off. If your body gives you pain, signal in a stretch, back straight off. If you start to shake in a stretch, back straight off. We're looking for the release point, what they call bind, that point there. Good, guys, and when you're ready, do release the stretch. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Come on up. Let's have a quick look at killed you there, sorry guys. Let's have a quick look at posture before we go. So, hair, having a bit of a bad hair day, but it's fine. Hopefully, can you see from there? It was a bit of a, trying to get the phone to kind of stay in position. Normally I teach on my laptop by Zoom when I'm doing the Zoom classes, so the phone is only, I just couldn't work out how to do it, so it's fine. Anyway, we're going to go with this. So we're going to bring the inside edges of the feet together. We're going to walk them out, bring those heels out. Make sure that those inside edges are parallel. Spread out your toes, make a really good fan for the feet. Feel how supportive that is. And then gently push the ball of the foot into the floor. Feel the spring up that you get through your torso. Soften the knees, drop the tail, tuck your chin in lightly and lengthen through the crown of the head. Feel the spinal bones stack up now underneath. We're going to pick up those shoulders, give them a big roll up to the ears. So a lot of tension in here, most of us. Open the chest, glide the shoulders away. One more time, big roll up. Head doesn't come forward, you're keeping your length through the crown as the shoulders glide down. So let the arms drop by the sides. And let's just do a quick balance by exhaling, lifting the heels. Leave the crown of the head up there as you inhale and softly bring the heels down to the floor. And they're soft, remember. Be over the balls of your feet. You are poised and ready to go for a fabulous couple of weeks. Well done, guys. Hopefully that helps. Bye.